Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Scholars of the South Tigris playthrough. We're doing a playthrough of Body of Books. This is the expansion for Scholars of the South Tigris, and I'm going to go over all the new elements that have been added, how the AI changes with those elements, and then we're just going to kind of hop into it. So the first thing that gets added, as you can tell, is this sideboard here. This sideboard here is a new track. It's the medicine track, so we have black dice now. That will affect doing that. Black dice are extra powerful because they only have 4, 5, and 6 sides, so they never are smaller than 4. And they're going to allow us to get experience, which are these black marks here. We can start the game with 1 experience. And experience is going to be used to buy books. The book are the pages. These page cards will be tucked underneath our player boards, much like retired translators are. That'll give us either some ongoing powers or some endgame powers. The endgame of power, they're endgame things that activate before we score. So we have all that there. I'll kind of go over how that works here in a moment. We have we've changed that up a little bit because we have the experience on all the 3 spots. So the first time we hit a 3 spot, we'll get some experience. And then after the first Caliph card happens, we'll get some experience. And then we can draft up at the top there our upgraded versions of some of our cards. So, for example, I'll take one off to the side because we don't use them all. Here is the upgraded version, let me find it, of the yellow trap card. So you can see here, we start with, the one on the right, and then the one on the left actually grants us a, worker when we use it. So as you can tell, we can get some of those, and there's some experience to be had with those. We also get a new card added to, that's not it. We get a new card added to our hand, which is a card to interact with the black track. All my cards are mixed up. So just like everything else, let's just activate the black track. We'll get into that here in a bit. And then we have, with the promo, or with the Moon Saga, we have promo tiles, just like we did for Wayfarers, and they're to switch up the things around the track here. So these are now all variable. It comes with 12 of them. The 6 that are pre-printed on there, so you can mix those around, but also another 6 more that have some effects related to the expansion and just other things. So right now we have, if we land in that space, we can put influence out on one of the temples. If we land here, we can take a black die to our hand and destroy a white die. If we land here, we can get a black. We can take a die of any color. That's really strong, actually. I think that's normally printed on the board. What does that? That's actually crazy. But we would be able to take a die and draw a die from our bag. That's actually like super strong. How come I haven't? Why don't I remember that one? I mean, it's on there. For example, red travels there. They decide, yeah, they gain 1 primary die and also draw a die. This gets us our 3 coins. This lets us go up on a primary color track, and this lets us take the book action. The book action, I'm just going to make sure I actually use the correct terminology. Let me see, just make sure the name of the actual page card. So this is let us take a page card. The page cards over here cost the amount of experience in the left-hand corner. Once we take one, below it, the one next to it is going to be 1 minus, so it makes it a little bit cheaper. And if ever both are gone, we'll refill both pages, or if one is gone from each of the 3 books, we'll refill the pages there. So those things that have been added in. The AI, because of this board extension, I have to move the AI board up, and you can't see the scrolls that they've completed. So what I'm going to do is I have them tucked underneath the board down here. They start with the Persian one because we're doing the scribe difficulty, and I'll just have a dice up here keeping track. So as you're viewing the game, you can see how many of each scroll they have. And yeah, so the other kind of thing that got changed too is on our player boards down here, we are going to be able to start tucking things here, and anything we tuck under the first section is free. Once we have 4 things tucked under here and we start with 1 tucked, we're going to be able to activate this. This lets us upgrade one of our cards in our hand, or we can take a black die to our hand and draw, or and get an experience. Once we do that, we'll flip this tile over. It'll give us 2 points at the end of the game. And then this moves down and makes the next line free. If we want to add on to anything below that, we're going to have to take either a white die or money times 1, 2, or 3 to add below that. But if we fill them out in order, we're never having to pay. Whereas I think you had to pay in the before the expansion. So we'll just kind of start getting into it. I have to finish my setup here with our starting card. We have a Hebrew scroll. And we do start the game with 1 experience. We also start the game with 1 black die in our bag. And let's go ahead and shuffle up the starting translators and their paired up starter cards here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The other thing that happens is we have a new room here, an 11th room that costs 4 to place to when we cover it up. We get to take one of the actions over here. And if anytime we don't want to buy one of the books, we can just gain 2 experience instead. Okay. The AI doesn't change. For the most part, it doesn't change. The only thing the AI does that's different is that whenever they loop around, they're going to take one of their markers here. When they take that marker here, they take the one that's worth the highest victory point value, and they just set that aside as part of their scoring at the end of the game. So they really don't do anything different. So let's go ahead and flip these over, and I'll get into how the black dice change some of the actions here. So we have that guy here with this one. We've got, this is 3 with this one. We've got 11 with this one, and we've got 2 with this one. Okay, so we are starting with the Hebrew scroll. There's 2 Hebrew ones out here, and I need a purple one specifically for my to remove my card here. So that could be good for us if we kind of lean into that. There's purple there's blue and red, so we could use those dice to get to it. We have Hebrew here for this. We need to go from Persian to Arabic, so we could get that. So that's a possibility we could work with. I kind of like that one actually. We do start with a lot of white dice, but we start with 2 colors. This one's kind of nice though because it's a blue dice with a red worker. We could do this, and this is Hebrew to Syriac. And I can get Hebrew to Arabic with this guy. So translate that to take that off. I think we're going to go with this one. So I think that's the one we're going to take. So we're going to take this as our starting. We'll remove these. The other ones will be the AIs. And we are going to, here's our hand. We're going to start with 6 white dice and a blue dice. And of course the black die that's in our bag. I'm going to draw 4 dice. There's 3, 4. Okay, not great rolls. We're going to get 2 gold. We're going to have 2 silver. We're going to have red worker. And we're going to go up on the yellow track, which will get us another money. Okay. So the black die, the way that they work with each action is, at least for the left-hand spot here, and I'll put my experience right here. At least with the left-hand spot here, whenever we place a black die, it gets +3 to that value. So it's always going to be at least it's always going to be 7, which means we can always recruit any of these translators if we place a black die in this location. When we use a black die for the travel action, if our marker gets to or exceeds the neutral marker, we gain an experience. If we use a black die for going up the tracks here, we will get to go up on the black track, which makes sense. Any symbol that shows the 6 colors, so like this one, the black track is included. It's considered, for all intents and purposes, a secondary color for the mechanics of the game, except when it's included with another color, and no matter what, it always supersedes that color. You place a black, anything with any other color, it's a black action. And then finally, with the translate action, this is where we get this. And the value of the die will matter for the translate action. So instead of translating to get the scrolls here, we can place down gold on translators, get experience, and get pages. So a 6 value with that is going to get us 1 gold placed. We have to place a gold in order to get an experience and get a book. And then we have to place 2 gold down for 3 experience and a page. So this also, even though we're not actually doing translations, we're accelerating that we're accelerating the usage of our translators, and we're not having to actually make them match up to things because we're forcing it through there. So, all right. With all that said, let's just hop into it here. We need to interact with the Hebrew translator. We need to activate something over here. which I would be able to either gain somebody or... Wait, I'm trying to remember that symbology there. We could retire for a die a Hebrew translator, or we can just straight up employ a translator. So maybe I can combo it so that I can interact with that and make it hers, and then that way I can remove both of those. Okay, so of our actions, we are using the promo tile, or the promo card there too as well. So I can use this to rest and dismiss her to get that off as well. So, okay, we're not going to be able to translate this round because we don't have enough... we don't have the right colors, so we'll look at doing something else. I do think, and I need to get up on the blue track, so that's another focus of ours. What do we got up here? I can get rid of a worker, which I have the one red worker. I could dismiss that Chinese one for 2 workers. There's no blue dice up there, unfortunately. So, what do we want to do here? Let's start off by using our green card, and we're going to take a... Ooh, let's do this. We can go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to spend our 5. No, we'll spend a 1 and 2 because we're going to rest pretty quickly to go here. And we're going to move 1, 2, 3. We've landed on this spot, so we can get rid of a white die, and we're going to get rid of it from our bag, and we're going to gain a black die to our hand. There we go. And it's a 6. Nice. Okay. That is going to be our go. Let's take the AI's turn. They're going to move their marker 1 spot. Are there 5 scrolls? There are not, so they're going to place a scroll out. They're going to look for a Sanskrit scroll. Sanskrit. There are none, so they're going to move to Greek. There's a Greek scroll. They're going to put it in orange. Boom. Give themselves an influence in orange, which now they have the lead. We'll replace. And that is their turn. Okay. Got to remember to do things. Are there any other Hebrew scrolls up there? There's a Syriac scroll. I need I can go Hebrew to Arabic with that one. I need somebody to go to Arabic though. So Hebrew to Syriac, then Syriac to Arabic. So I'm probably going to hire that guy at some point. I've got 3 money. We could. Cost me 5. We will... I want to kind of save this for something else. Let's hold on to that and set that aside for the moment. Alright, we're going to take this. No, we're going to take our red one. And we're going to place our 5 here. And we're going to hire this guy. So he is going to be hired here, and we're going to place him here on the 3. So he's going to go there. He's going to let us get rid of a white die. So we get rid of this white die, and we're going to add a blue die to our hand. And then he just goes there. We've placed him here. Now we actually are set up to translate that, but I can do it. So I think we might translate it this turn actually, because we can translate with this and translate that Hebrew scroll. So I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing here. Okay. Take the AI's turn. That was actually a pretty good 2 turns. They're going to move 2. Are there 3 scrolls? There are. So they're going to do a Hebrew scroll. And they're going to take the one that I was going to go for, because there's 2 Hebrew scrolls, but this is going to break their tie. So they're going to take this Hebrew scroll. Unfortunately, it's going to go into their spot down here. So we'll add 1 to that. And then they're going to drop a 1 gold down. Does this one speak Hebrew? It doesn't. They're going to skip mine. Does this one speak Hebrew? It does. And it replaces that there. That's the one I needed. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure something else out. I can go to Syriac and make something work that way. Throw it up there. Dang it. Seriously? Okay. All right. That's such a bummer. That really threw me off. Okay. We might just hold on to that then. So I can take these 2, and we can go here and go up on this track once. Get ourselves another black die. That could be a good option. We could also get an experience instead. So unfortunately, I think we're kind of in a weird spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going here. I don't want to take the white die for the coin, do I? I have 1 experience. I could get a 2nd experience by going up that track, and then we can take one of those cards. Some of the cool effects are like when you translate at purple, you gain a purple. That lets you gain a purple up here. This is whenever, I guess, let me see. I don't think I know what that one is, but that costs 4, so it's kind of expensive. So that one is like, I guess when you interact with any of those 2, you get to destroy a white die. This one is whenever you go up on one of those 2 tracks. And you can see here, they actually have a required action they need to be placed under. So like this has to be under the translate action. Okay, I think I want the black die more than anything. So I think we are going to go there, but we're going to use this and this to go here. That's going to be an 8 black. We're going to go up on this track and get ourselves 2 money. And I can take an experience or a black die, and we're going to take the black die. The black die will go in our bag. We've got these 2 left for something, so we'll see what that can give us. Okay, the AI is going to take their turn. Okay, they're going to rest next turn. Are there 7 translators? 2, 4, 5, so there aren't. So they're going to hire a translator. They're going to look to hire a Hebrew translator. There is no Hebrew translator, so they'll take this one. Their last 2 movement values equal 2, so they'll place the Hebrew translator there. And then we have our turn, and they're going to rest. Let's take something before they do. The question is, what do we want? I've got the 1 experience there. I could... Okay, so what we have left is I don't want to activate those because I want to take the white dice. We've got the black one left. We'll get 2 experience because I won't be able to buy a book page. We've got purple. We'll take a white die for 2 coins. That's could be something we want. We have this. Will let us trade a worker in for gold. I'm not too concerned about that. And then we have this, which will get us a coin for any die. I think we're going to have to take the purple. Yeah, I think we're going to take the purple. Wait a minute. Let's see. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or, hold on. Wait a minute. We could do something here. What are other ones I want to translate? So I have Hebrew, Greek, and Syriac, and I can get to Arabic. And unfortunately, I have to go all the way around here for that. So my die values aren't enough for me to get that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I could do, this might be kind of crazy, but we're going to do it. I'm going to go here with both of these, and I'm going to turn this into a red 2 to make this a purple action. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get 2 coins for crossing purple. And then I get to go up on any track. And I'm going to go up on, or any one of the primary tracks. And we're going to go up on the blue track to get ourselves influence on something. And we're going to influence this scroll, I think. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. All right, we're going to go into our turn is over. So they're going to rest. They're going to take the bottom thing here. They're going to move 3. So 1, 2, 3. This does go over here. Does that count as them interacting with it? Which I guess, I think it, I mean, it says anytime they want to interact with it. So I'd have to pay them to not move it, or would they move the one they drew and put it over there? Let me double check. Does the scroll adjacent to the march have influence on it? Yes. Then the newly revealed scroll is discarded or placed in the House of Wisdom. Okay, so this actually gets placed over there. Okay, sorry. All right, so they place that there. That's the bottom thing in there, and then they're going to move positively on their sum track because they're all blue. They're also going to place influence in one of the houses up here. They're going to place it in purple because they're going to place it where they don't have influence, and they're going to tie break based on what color they prefer. And then they're going to place influence on one of the cards here. They're going to look for Hebrew, and again on purple, which is super unfortunate because I want that, and I'm going to try to go for it, especially because I think I have the means to now, although I don't have any red things to make purple. But they're going to rest. finish their rest action. Their turn is over. Darn it. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out. I have been playing this expansion, and I like get so caught up in doing all the other stuff that I forget to translate. So I have to see if maybe like foregoing translating and just like doing stuff here would be enough to win, but we'll see. Okay, we're also going to rest. So we're going to take the bottom thing here. All right, first scale of scoring, which is pretty crazy. So we're going to get that experience. They're going to get this and this, which is going to move them over to 2. Nobody gets the bottom one. That's okay. Well, it is what it is. That happens. Okay, so we've done that. That's not going to move. All right. So we're going to get our red thing, which is going to be a worker. Oh, we'll get a white worker. There we go. A red worker, I mean. So that's red. Green, we can pay a gold to go up on a track. We're going to pay 1 gold. Wait a minute. If I want to translate something over here, y'all have time. We're going to move up on the blue track. We're going to dismiss a card from 5 or less. We're going to dismiss her. So that's 2 money and a experience. And then it says we dismissed a Hebrew translator. We'll get the white worker off, because we interacted with a Hebrew translator. We take a white die for some gold. Oh, there's our gold back. Okay. And then we get our purple, which is another white die for 2 money. And then we're going to draw our 5 dice now, which I have 5. Okay, perfect. So set those over here. These will return back to our bag. And this gets removed. We'll pick these up. And it'll be the bot's turn. Okay. Are there 7 translators? There's 2, there's 4, there's 6. So there is not 7. They're going to hire a translator. They're going to go for a Hebrew one, but 1 exists, so they go for a Persian translator. They're going to place that on the 0 spot. Okay. All right. So we are actually poised to translate that Hebrew scroll if we want, and I think I want to. We're going to have to pay the AI, but I'm okay with that. We'll get the bump up on this, and so we'll get to remove this card in a 2 swing here. So we are going to use, so it's going to be down here. So I think we'll use this one. We're going to use this, this and this, and turn this into a red to make this a purple. And we're going to translate purple. We'll pay the AI a coin to interact with this Hebrew scroll. So we're going to get this. This is going to immediately give us influence in purple, and we'll get influence at the end of the game for having a bunch of influence there. We got to remove this. I'm sorry, we get to remove this, and then we get to go up on this track, which gives us this experience, which also gives us influence in a deal. We'll get influence up here. And then we get to remove this and add this to our bag, getting us our extra action card. And let's put this in our bag. Okay, that was actually, it's pretty good. Okay, cool. The AI takes a turn. They're going to go 1, 2. So now that they've crossed, they're going to look for the most, the one with the most points, and they'll take the leftmost, topmost one. So they're going to take this one. This is going to go into their scoring pile. This will get added here, so they'll get purple influence. And then they're going to look, are there 3 scrolls? There are, so they're going to translate. They're going to translate a Chinese scroll, but one doesn't exist. There's no Sanskrit one. There is a Greek one, so they'll translate this Greek one. We will add that to here, and it's going to cost them 2 gold. So they're looking for Greek. This guy speaks Greek, and then they come back around and place it on us, paying us a gold to place it on our translator. So we got the gold back that we spent effectively. All right. That's a pretty big turn there. I do want to get something put out. So 1, 2, 3, and I get that Syriac one out, which would be really great for us. And then we could translate. Oh, I didn't do my translation. So that was a Hebrew scroll. So it goes from here to here. I forgot to do that. So that was my bad. So I need more gold, but we'll be able to get that. So what we're going to do is we are going to, what are we going to do? Forgot to put the gold out. Okay. I'd like to also go on this track. So I think, got to think about what we want to do here. So we have this now, which I really am a big fan of. But I don't need to go that far with it. So we're going to take this, plop it here. We're going to use a 1-4 black. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Because we landed on or at the same space with the black die on the neutral marker, we'll gain 1 experience. And then we're going to do this Syriac scroll. It's going to cost us 4. We're going to place it here. It'll get us a gold. It'll also get us 2 influence in purple, which is exactly what we want. And it's going to give us a movement on green, which pulls a die from our bag. Okay, perfect. Okay. There we go. They're going to move 2. Are there 6 translators? There's 2, 4, 6. There are. So they're going to place influence in a guild where they don't have influence. And I think that they prioritize one where I don't have influence. Is that correct? Where no player has influence, and then so they're going to place here. Then they're going to influence one of the scrolls. They're going to do the Hebrew scroll because that's next on their priority list. Okay, so I have the Syriac one I can translate. However, I don't have the right colors. I have this, but I don't have red. So it looks like we're going to have to maybe get somebody, and we've got some money here to work with, but that's a yellow we would be getting if we cover that up. Go up on a track. That could be helpful. I do want to get one of these cards. So I've got to figure out which one of these I want to get. Okay. Black, we could use black to go up it, but I'd like to save this for more actions. I'd like to go up purple too. Got a lot of choices here. Okay, I think this is what we're going to do, actually. We are going to use this 5. No. We're going to use this and this as a 5. And we are going to hire her. We're going to dismiss her. We could dismiss her to get a worker of a color and a red die, and if we get the red die to our hand, we could translate that Syriac scroll. Which will let us, yes, I think we're gonna dismiss her. We're gonna get a red die to our hand, and we're gonna get a worker of a color. This will go to the bottom. The color worker that we're gonna get, I think, is gonna be yellow, just because we don't have any of those. That's our go. The AI is going to move 1 space. Are there 5 translators? There are, so they're going to put stuff up there, and they're going to look for now where the AI has no influence. They're going to go there. And then they're going to place gold on their first neutral worker, or translator, which will be this one, so they'll end up getting that one at the end of the turn. So that one's been retired. Okay. I think we're going to go here to translate again. We're going to place the red die here and turn this white, printed white, into a blue. That's going to make it purple. We're going to translate that Syriac one by going here. That's going to immediately let us go up on a primary track. The primary track we're going to go up is going to be this one, and then we're going to get to go up on green. Boom. Perfect. Okay. And then that's going to get put there, and then we're going to get 1 point in the game for each track. We're up by 3. And then this translator retires, so we're going to tuck him under a spot so 2 workers can remove a die and replace it. And I think I want to do that. Maybe I want to do that here. Yeah, we'll do that there. Okay, they're going to take another action. Are there 5 scrolls? There are not, so they are going to deliver. They're going to look to deliver a... Oh, I have to replace this, which I didn't do. They're going to look to deliver a Persian scroll, which there is a Persian one. They're going to go here, giving themselves 2 more influence up there. And then we're going to flip this over. Boom. Okay. They're going to rest next turn, but we have this to take. I think I still have more to do. I have no gold, so I can't take this, unfortunately. I could rest right now. Let's see. Purple will get us a white die for 2 money, which I think we're okay on. Do we want to travel and like put another scroll out? Or do I want to like hire somebody else? Honestly, I sort of like the idea of getting another Syriac. So if I get one of these 2 people and I use them, I can put that under here eventually and then make this cost effectively 1 less to take that action. I need somebody to get to Arabic, and the only people I can get to Arabic are this guy, this person, and this person. Which Hebrew to Arabic could be good for some stuff. There's a lot of Chinese out here, though. So Chinese to Greek. Greek to Persian, Persian to Arabic. It's kind of a big order there. Oh, I don't know. But part of me wants to get purple influence just to maintain it. So I could go around and throw a scroll up there. And if I take a scroll up there, I could throw this Chinese one up there, or I can throw this Greek one up there. If I throw that Greek one up there, that will get me a green movement, and then I can get this, put something in the green tower, so I stay a thing up there. I can put it here to maintain that thing, and if I can actually activate it, I can score for getting a bunch of blue dice, and I've been getting blue dice. So I think I have 1, 2 blue dice right now. So that's a possible. Oh, this one, this Chinese one's actually more interesting to me. What's that going to cost me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's actually use this for here. That's going to be 11. We're going to go 10 around. Boom. And then we're going to spend 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to take this and put this here. It's going to let us maintain our majority here. And then we're going to get to go up on purple, which gets us a worker of one of the colors. I think we're going to activate this to dismiss somebody. We're going to activate this, which will get us a worker. So I'll get a red worker because I have a lot of blue dice. And so we've done all that. We'll refill. Okay, that gets refilled. And that's our go. All right, the guy's going to rest. So we're going to take the bottom card here. It's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's no spot for this, so this gets removed. They're going to move 1 space over on their track. And then they're at 3. Their dice sum is 3. Then they're going to retire this guy for 3 points. And then we're going to shuffle up their deck. Okay. Still managed to skate by any Caliph stuff, which is nice. Okay, I only have this 1 translator left though, so it's kind of a tough go here. Okay, we're gonna rest, so we'll do this again. Okay, so it moves 1. I'm gonna just get rid of this one actually. Okay, we can dismiss somebody from 5 and below. I'm going to dismiss this guy here. I can get rid of a worker to go up on the orange track. So we're going to get rid of this white worker. It's going to go up on the orange track. It gets rid of a white die for us. I'm going to destroy one from in my bag, I think. Yeah, okay, that's gone. We're going to go up on the red track. Gets us a worker of any color. We'll get a blue worker. We get a coin. We get to go up on the green. Any primary color track will go up on this yellow track, which gets us this experience, gets us an influence and a coin. The influence we're going to place out is going to be on... Did I want that Persian one? I'm going to put on that one. We're going to draw 5... Oh, we're going to go here for black. So we're going to take one of these here. And I think I want to take... Okay, so what we got here is if we place out, when we translate, when we place a 12 value out, we get to place influence somewhere. When we translate at purple, we get to add purple, which could be good for us to like score that scroll more. When we, at the end of the game, we'll get to go up on the green and red track. This says when we go up to increase our thing on the tracks. If it's the red one or orange one, we'll get to place out influence. And then if we take an action, we take a yellow or green action, we can gain a white die to go up on influence. I think that's what that means. Gain a white die to place one influence if your action is yellow or green. Okay, I think I'm going to spend the 3 to take this one. And we're going to tuck that under the action here. Like so. So anytime we translate for purple, we get to add purple influence. We go here to draw our 5 dice out. How many's in my bag? There's 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's our dice. And then we can get rid of a worker. We're going to get rid of this blue worker to get rid of a white die. And that is going to be our rest action. So those go away, and we pick these up. Okay. They move 1. Are there 5 translators? There's 2, 4, 5. So they're going to add influence to a place. They're going to add it. It's all equal. Oh, where a player has. Oh wait, it says where no player has any. So they'll go there. Then they're going to drop a gold down on the first neutral marker, right there. Okay. So we could we can't translate to Chinese, but we could translate the Persian one. We just have to pay them. But I don't have any gold, so we can't translate the Persian one. So I lied. How do we get gold? We have to deliver some stuff. Okay. Could get some gold with this, which I think wouldn't be too bad. And can we get some gold from other stuff? We could get some gold for dismissing one of the guys up there. That's 2 gold we'd be able to get. Could be a possibility. Maybe we take it. We'll go here. We'll place this here for 5. We'll dismiss him for a gold, and then we'll get a gold for placing this out. Oh, I could dismiss him by spending an experience for 2 gold. That's really nice. All right. The AI is going to move 2, so they're going to look for the one worth the most victory points. This one is worth the most. So they get this here. They drop a gold down here, and then this book will refill. At the end of the game, turn our experience into gold. Heck yeah. That sounds good to me. Okay. Are there 6 translators? 2, 4, 5. There are 5 translators, so they're going to hire a translator. They're going to look to hire a Sanskrit translator, and they're going to do it on the 3 value because that's the sum of their 2 there. That goes there. Okay, so we have some gold, and we can pay them. Oh, this person got retired. Okay, I goofed up. Okay. So would they have taken that last turn? Yeah, because I think they would have. Yeah, that retired them. Okay. So I have to pay their Hebrew one, but we would be able to do it for that Persian scroll, I think. So I think we're going to do that. So I want to save. Yeah, we're going to use this here with purple. We're translating in purple, so we'll get a purple thing. But we're going to pay them a gold or a silver to move over, and we're going to put one on. So we're going to translate this Persian. So, oh, never mind. No, I goofed up. I thought Persian went to Arabic. Okay, I lied. We're not doing that. Okay, we're just going to hire somebody ourselves, I think, then. Persian to Arabic. I can go Persian directly to Arabic, Chinese to Greek, Greek to Persian, Persian to Arabic. So many stops along the way. He goes Greek. That guy goes Greek to Arabic. So I can get the Chinese to Greek and the Greek to Arabic. So I can get a 7 for that guy to do that guy's action. We'll take this and spend our 2 gold to hire this guy. He's going to cost us 2. We'll spend We'll put him here for free, and we'll place out on that one because I don't want that one to get taken. And that's our boy right there. Okay. They move 2. Are there 3 scrolls? There are, so they're going to go for a Hebrew scroll. They've already got that one taken care of. So we'll add that to their list of Hebrew scrolls, which puts them at 2 Hebrew scrolls. They're going to place out 1 thing on this, and then that gets auto-retired. That's their go. Okay. We may end up having to rest early again. Okay, so translation, I can go from Persian to Arabic. So I can translate that now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to take... I want to do that one. That sort of messed me up on my counts here, but that's okay. I should have used this and the black die for that. That's, yeah. Hold on, let me do a small mulligan here. This is what I would have done instead. So, small mulligan there, but that's what we're going to do. Because we're going to go here with this and this to translate purple. And we're going to translate this Persian to Arabic. It's going to let us go up on the green track. And we get a green die to our bag. And at the end of the game, we'll get a point for every green die and a point, 2 points for if we have 4 yellow die. But we get that there. We get that experience. This goes into our bag. And then we do get an influence up in purple because we translated on purple. And that moves up. Okay, there we go. They're going to translate. Are there 5 scrolls? There are not. So they're going to place out a scroll. They're going to look for a Persian scroll. There are no Persian scrolls, so they're going to look for a Syriac. And this is the only Syriac one available. They place that there. Gives themselves 2 influence in orange. We're looking like we're going to end up with another Caliph soon. Okay, not yet. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to take this and place it here with this to make a 9 purple and go up on purple and get 2 coins. That's what I was trying to do. That's what I meant to do the last round. Okay. They're going to take an action. Are there 7 translators? There's 2, there's 4, there's 5. So they're going to hire a translator. They're going to look for a Persian translator. There are no Persian translators. And they're going to place it on the 1. There we go. We're going to rest. So this is likely Caliph. No, it's still not a Caliph. Greek. This is Greek. I'm going to dismiss this one, actually. Okay, here we're going to gain a white die to our bag. That's fine. Here we can spend a worker to get rid of a die. Let's get rid of the white die we just got. Here we go up on purple, or we go on the purple track. We get 3 of these. We get to dismiss somebody for 5 or less. And I'm going to dismiss him with 1 experience to get 2 gold, which is really great. We're going to draw our 5 dice out and then a 6th die. Oop, there's 5, and there's a 6th one. Okay. These will go back into our bag. And then that goes away. Those go back to our hand. Okay. They're going to rest. Okay, we're definitely getting to some Caliphs. No, we're not. This gets removed. They are going to move positive again, so they're +4, which is the highest I've ever seen them, honestly. And then they're going to take this guy for 2 points. Oh, shoot. Okay. It's pretty crazy because the last couple games I played, I had so many things down here. In this game, I have hardly anything. Okay, so if I get that Chinese translator, I can get that purple scroll up there. And I think that's what I'm going to be going for on this next turn. But I don't have a way to do purple. So I'll have to see if I can draw something. I can get that Persian one, but I'll retire him, which is not really what I'm trying to do. Or maybe I do it. Maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I do. We're going to do this to try... Oh. I don't have purple, but I can get the Persian one. That'll let me go up on the red track. I have another Persian scroll, so that's a couple points. But I'll get up on the red track twice, which will give me another gold, so it'll get the gold that I lose from this. But I don't have a way to get to Chinese. Oh, Chinese. No, I don't have a way to get to Arabic is the problem. I can't really go. Maybe I can get a way to get something out of my bag. Okay, we're going to play this out here. And we're going to use 2, and we're going to get this guy. Oh yeah, we can do this. We're going to spend 3 to put him here and get ourselves a blue die. We're going to get rid of a white die from our bag and get a blue die. Yeah, there we go. We can do it now. Okay, we spend the 3. He comes here. So then we can go from Greek to Arabic to get this one. And then he'll get dismissed, which is fine. I'm not as concerned about that one. I really want to just do purple to try to maximize that one scroll. Okay. They move 2. They're going to take something from here. They're looking for the one with the highest point value. Let me double check this priority. I think they take... Okay. It says each time your opponent's marker wraps around, they'll collect 1 card. Your opponent will select one of the remaining research cards that currently has a face-up card above it. Okay, so we'll take this one. Place that there for orange influence. I've kind of given them that guild. And then can they translate? They can. They're looking for a Chinese scroll. There is a Chinese one. I'm going to pay them to skip it because I want it. I believe they move when I pay them for that. But don't move their marker. Okay. So I pay them to not interact with it, which means they move on to Sanskrit. There is no Sanskrit. They go to Greek. There is no Greek. They move to Persian. Hebrew. There's no Hebrew. They move to Persian. They take this Persian one. That goes into here. And then they look for a Persian person. Boom. And that's their go. So this gets refilled. Okay. I'm going to translate that one. Did not want them touching that. Okay, we're going to take this one here, and we're going to do these 2. Translate purple. So it's going to go from Chinese to Greek, and then Greek to Arabic. So we're going to get this one. We get to go up on purple, which gets us this. It gets us 2 purple influence, 1 for my action, and then 1 for the card itself. And then we get a purple die to our bag. And then we... Where did this come from? Oh, I took it off of there. Okay. Now, if I can get up those tracks, that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points plus another 7. So it's 21 points if I can get to at least 3 on all the tracks. So I'm going to definitely aim for that as well while we're here. So I need to focus on going up red, orange, and black. Okay, cool. And then this retires. So he retires. We're going to tuck him under here. So when we take this action, we can gain a black die or get a worker. And then now that we've tucked in a person here, we are going to get to flip this tile to either take a black die to our hand and get an experience or upgrade one of our tiles. I think we're going to upgrade one of our cards. And then this shifts down, and then now this next row is free to place. We're going to upgrade one of our cards. So when we upgrade our cards, we can pay something to go up a thing. That just gets us a point. Ooh. Let's upgrade this one. So we're going to take these 2 experience, and we're going to upgrade this. And now we're going to replace our old black card with the black card that gives us an experience. We take our old one and place it here. Now in multiplayer, that'd be it. But in solo, you have to remove the one in that same column from the game. So I'm just going to put it face down. But that one's removed from the game. We're unable to take it, which means we can only have up to 3 upgraded cards at max in a solo game. So, okay. Our turn's over. We'll go with the AI. Are there 6 translators? There's 2, there's 4, there were 6. So there are 6 translators. They're going to place out that there because there's no other one to place it. And they're going to place in a deal. They're going to place where we aren't. So they're going to go there. It says where no player has any, where the AI has none, and then use their focus color. So the player has none there. So they're going to place there. Okay. 2, yeah. Okay. If I get a Syriac to Arabic, I can translate some more Chinese through this person. But I got to get something played out. So when you have to take something. I think what we're going to do is we're going to place this here. We're going to get ourselves a worker, a white worker. And we're going to place this here. This is going to be a 9. We're going to go up on this track and get 2 money. That's our go. Are there 3 scrolls? There are not 3 scrolls, so they're going to try to add a Chinese scroll. There is one. They're going to take this one, and they're going to place it in purple. It's going to get them 2 purple influence. And they're going to move on here. And then this is definitely a Caliph card. Yep, okay. So Caliph card happens. Ooh. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Okay. Caliph card happens. So let's resolve this first. We're going to place gold on all the starting folks. So gold, gold, gold. They're going to get a coin because they have somebody starting one already translated. Here we have 7. They have 5, so we win this. I'm going to take the 3. They're going to get a coin because they don't take workers. Here they are majority red, so they're going to go down here and get themselves. They're going to go down on this, and they're going to get themselves one of these 2. They're going to take this one. And then this one I'm winning, so we'll take that. We'll get ourselves an orange die and get ourselves the point. And I still hold majority, but he gets a gold, and he places the gold out on that translator. But I do get myself the orange die. So they do that, and then we're going to flip this over to recover. Okay, that gets flipped over after they're delivered. We're going to end the go. So this gets retired. This gets retired. So now I can't go through that in order to translate that anymore. I'm going to tuck this one. I think I'm going to tuck this one under here because I can basically get some of the money I get when going up this track to turn it to a gold. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I have a feeling the game's going to kind of speed up a little bit because now we're kind of at the end game with like so few cards left in that deck. Okay. So I've got a green die. I could place the green die out and go up on that track, but I don't think I want to do that quite yet. I don't have enough workers. I want to place this out somewhere. So if we place this out, I was going to hire that Syriac, but can somebody go from Chinese to Greek to Arabic? I can go Greek to Persian, and I can go Persian to Arabic. But I'm not super in love with that idea. How many Chinese scrolls do I have? Just 1. We'll try it. I don't know how well of a plan it's going to be, but I could get the... he goes from Chinese to Greek. I could get Greek to Persian, and I can take another turn to get Persian to Persian to Arabic. So we're going to do that. We're going to take this 5 to take him. And we're going to spend 2 to place him here. No, we're going to spend 3 to place him here. We're going to get rid of a white die and get a yellow die. He goes here. Place that there. Our go's done. Are there 5 scrolls? There are not, so they're going to deliver a scroll. They're going to look to deliver a Persian scroll. So they're going to go around and take this one. Deliver it up here, which is going to make them get majority. And then we're going to refill it. Okay, ooh, we're getting close there. Oh, there's a Chinese scroll. That would be interesting to get played out. There's Chinese and Persian up here, which I guess if I'd gotten the... Well, I've gotten that guy. Okay. I can't get any more people this round. So I got to do something else. I only have 2 money. What do we want to do? I could Could I translate? Nobody goes straight into Arabic. I could go up on a track. So maybe that's what we're going to do. We'll do that. We'll take this here and spend this. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or do we want to go up on the green track? No, I want to go up on the black track. We're going to take those two, and we're going to go up on the black track for 1 and get 2 money. That gets us a white worker and a worker of another color. So let's get our white worker, and we'll get a red worker. And we get that experience. Okay. Are there 7 translators? There are not, so they're going to hire a translator. They're going to look to hire a Persian translator. Okay, and they're going to place it on the 1 spot right there. Okay, this is interesting because I can actually translate that Persian scroll. No, I can't because I took my translate action right there. Darn it. Okay, so the question is, do I want to move around there and deliver something, or do I want to rest? What would I deliver? Okay, I can deliver either this one or this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are my options. This is a Greek one, Greek to Chinese, or Chinese to Greek to Persian to Arab, or Persian to Arabic. So I'd have to hire her next turn, and I could do that Greek one. So I think maybe that's the play. And we'll use this one to do it. So first off, I'm going to activate this. I'm going to spend these 2 white workers to get rid of a white die, which I have none in my bag, to add a yellow die to my hand. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to send that one over for 4 money. 1, 2, 3, 4 money. It's going to let me go up on the green track, and then I'm going to place it here. Gets me influence in purple and gets me a gold. And then we're going to replace this with that. Okay, they're going to rest. Take the bottom card here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no spots open. They move up once on this. They will take this guy, and they will shuffle up. Very likely we're going to end up ending the game very, very quickly. So I just want to be able to get off 2 turns, which we've got 2 things, so I should be able to. I like to get the... I mean, I could pay his translator, I guess, but I need money. Okay, we're going to rest. So we're going to take this. There's 4 cards left, and there's Caliph scoring. So first off, we're going to place it a neutral Arab or Persian translator. If that's not available, we're going to place it a Greek translator. There is one. Then we're going to put in a Chinese one, so we skip it entirely. Or do we just put out the top one? I think we skip them entirely. It says a neutral translator is added to the leftmost plate if there are already 10 translators in play. Okay, the top one gets added. So this one gets added to the rightmost spot. Okay. So there we have majority because we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 5. So we're going to get majority. They're going to take the purple die. How many purple dice do I have? I've got 2. I think this is worth more points. They get to move their coin. They're going to take that and move right. And then they're going to take that, move back. And then they're going to take the one that's worth the most points. They'll take that one. And then we're going to get a gold. Okay, so that was me resting. We are going to go on the red track, which gets us a worker of some sort. We'll take a blue worker. We're going to go up on the orange track, which lets us get either remove a white die or take a die of another color. We're going to take yellow, add it to our bag. We're going to go here to remove a worker to remove a white die, which I guess will remove the one I just took. And I think we have a white die. We'll get rid of that white die. We're going to go up on the green track, which lets us go up on another track. We'll use that to go up on... I think we go up on here. We're going to get a gold. We're going to go here and get some experience, or buy one of these cards. I'm going to spend 4 experience for this one. So at the end of the game, we can turn all of our experience into gold, and then hopefully use it to score. Or would it be better to take this one to go up on this track? That's going to be possibly, and then go up on this track. That could yield us more points, maybe. Ooh, I'm taking this one. We're going to tuck that under here. We're going to draw 5 dice from the bag. I have a yellow one, so we're going to only draw 4. Okay. And then finally, we're going to get purple, which is going to be 3 silver. Okay, these go back into the bag. All right. AI takes a turn. Are there 5 scrolls? There are not, so they're going to add 1. Oh, this loops around. They're going to take this. And they're going to drop a gold on this one. So they're going to place out a Chinese scroll. This one gets placed out in purple. No, wait a minute. Highest row, and then use color focus. So the highest row is going to be these 2, and they're going to place it here. Okay, please do not do the Caliph scoring. Oops. Was this? I think that was there. Please don't do Caliph. Okay, whew. All right. We're going to translate. No, we have to hire somebody, and then we have to translate. Unless I pay him. Which it might be worth just paying him to do this. So we're going to use this card. It's going to get us a deal here. And we're going to do purple. We're going to pay him a silver. And we're going to do this. Oh, that's tough. Because that's going to give him 3 points for dismissing. You know what? I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it back. We're going to take these and we're going to get, so I have Greek to Persian. We're going to get Persian to Arabic. And we're going to place her here, putting influence on, do I want to do it on this scroll or this scroll? That's worth a lot of points. We're going to do it on that scroll. Okay. I'm going to try to do both of those if I can. So Greek to Persian, but that'll end him. And if I do Chinese, Greek to Persian, that'll take that one, but it'll still get rid of him. Does someone else go from Greek to Persian? I could. Oh, I guess I could have done this translator, and then that way he wouldn't have lost it. So hold on. It's another mulligan. Hold on. Hold, please. We're going to undo that. We're going to unhire her. It would help if I placed dice on the cards too. Okay, we're going to do this. Translate. And we're going to translate purple. Okay. And we're going to pay him a money to use his Arabic translator. And we're going to go... The question is, do I want the Greek scroll or the Chinese scroll? So the Greek scroll will get me this, and then I'll score more for green dice. How many blue dice do I have? I only have 3 blue dice, so I have to get another blue dice somehow. To make that worth the 2. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is worth 7 points already for me. And it gets me more dice. Well, they both would right now. So I think I'm actually going to take the Chinese one. So we're going to translate Chinese to Persian. So Chinese to Greek, Greek to Persian, Persian to Arabic. I gave him his money. They're both going to retire, which will actually get us a bunch of points. We're going to take this one. This gets us influence up there for translating on purple. We go up on the green track twice. That gets us 2 more dice out of our bag. And then we get to dismiss or retire these 2 guys. So he's going to get retired here. He's going to get retired. Ooh, he has to get retired here because of his ability. So I have to spend a coin or take a white die. I'm going to take a white die to retire him here. That's okay. That goes into our bag. Because I don't want to spend my money. But I'm going to buy a thing to tuck here, and then that way I can get some more stuff going here. Okay, so our turn's done. The AI is going to take a turn. There are 3 for them to translate. So they're going to translate 1. They didn't get any scrolls this game. They're going to translate Sanskrit. There is no Sanskrit, so they're going to translate Greek. There is a Greek one. So we're going to take this one. It's going to go in their pile. This becomes 2. And then they drop down 2 gold. This one speaks Greek. Nobody else speaks Greek. They come back through here. This one retires. This one retires. Okay. Okay. All right. We need to go up. Oh, how do I get one of these? I have no black dice. They take one of those. We could do this. So we're going to hire somebody. We're going to place this out here, and we're going to take it with this blue, and we're going to hire her. No, we're going to dismiss her. We're going to dismiss her for an experience and a black die to her hand. And then she goes to the bottom. Okay, AI's turn. Are there 3 scrolls? There are. So they're going to translate a Hebrew scroll. There is no Hebrew, so they go for Persian. Take this Persian scroll. And then it's going to bump that up to a 3. And then they're going to drop down a gold on a Persian translator. Boom. Okay, we are now going to come over here for something. So I need... But I have to put it on one of theirs to buy the card. Okay, let me think about this for a second. We're going to take this and place it here with this yellow 6. And we are going to hire someone. We're going to hire her for free, and we're going to place this on... There's nothing Arabic there. No. Yeah, we're going to do that. That's fine. Wait, is there somebody else I'd rather get? Yeah, we're going to hire him. And we're going to place this there. Just in case. Okay. Okay. 2, there are not 5 translators, so they're going to move 2 and hire a translator. They're going to hire a... They're going to hire a Hebrew translator first. There is a Hebrew one. There's not a Persian one. So that's going to go on the 3 spot, and then they're going to move 2 spaces. Okay. Oh, this is mine. So... that lets us retire for free. That's what that does, right? It lets us retire something for free. Immediately, employ paying any room cost to retire the pictured one. If the retired, gain the white die to the bag. So I could pay him money. He will loop around, take a card. Wait, what is this? Oh. I could take that Syriac one from him. Just like straight up. Because I have orange. I think I'm going to do it. We'll place this here. No. Place this here and place that there. We're going to translate that Syriac one. I'm going to pay him a money. He loops around. He takes this one. Puts something in the green guild. He does take that card. Those will all refill here in a moment. But I take this from him. I go up on red. And then I can either employ somebody to one of the rooms. And I have to put my gold on this guy. Or I can I can hire, I can immediately tuck this guy, which I'm going to, and I'm going to take a white die for tucking him. So we're going to do that. He goes under here. When I go up purple, whoops. And then as soon as he goes up here, I've got another row here, so I can flip this. I can either upgrade a card, which I'm going to upgrade one of my cards, because I don't really need to get rid of the white dice because I already have a high enough sum. But if I take this card, for instance, so this one gets replaced with this one, I get this, which is another point basically, because of my thing down here. And then this one gets removed. So we've upgraded something. This flips down, and then everything below now will be even cheaper. So if I can manage to get one of these this turn, which I'm not going to be, I might be able to. Like taking this one would be awesome if I could get it. Can I get it? I don't think so. I'd have to go up. I'd have to rest. So maybe we're going to end up, I don't know, resting next turn. Okay, 2, 4, 5 translators. So they're going to hire a translator. I'll move 2. The translator they hire is going to be a Greek one. And there is no Greek one. So they're going to take this Greek one and place it on a 3. I mean, should I rest now? There are 2 cards left, which means it's a 50-50 chance that we do this. If I rest right now, I can buy some stuff over there because I've played my black card out. I do think we got to rest. I think we rest. So we're going to rest. Whoa, the last card is the Caliph card. So they're going to rest and we're going to have another turn. Okay, this is going to be, this might be interesting. So this is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This gets placed out, and we're going to place this one. This is Sanskrit. They're going to rest, moving something out there. We're going to place that there. So the next card is the Caliph card. Okay, that's crazy. We have 1 card left, and it's the Caliph card. So we're resting. That went there. We're going to go up on the green track. Lets us put something out anywhere, and also gets to go up on another track of our choice. We're going to go up on this track, which is going to get us an experience and a gold. I want to get him retired if I can. Then we are going to get a money. We're going to get to buy a card out here, and I think the card I'm going to buy... So this lets me take another rest action at the end of the game. If I do that, that lets me dismiss somebody for something. Do I take the 4 for the other rest action? I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. I think I'm going to take this. So I'm going to spend 4 money, or 4 experience. So when at the end of the game, we'll get an additional rest action. We're going to go up on we're going to use the green ability here, or the yellow ability, sorry, to get a yellow die added to our bag. We're going to draw 5 dice. Oh, I already have 4 out, so we're going to only draw 1. And I'll leave those values. It's fine. And then we're going to get 4 money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's our turn. They're going to take a turn. They're going to rest, so they're going to place this out. Last Caliph card. This gets played out here. Okay, so here I get to choose. They're going to take the bottom thing anyway. The 1 green die is only going to get me basically 1 point. So we're definitely going to take that. They move on this. They take this. They go down on here, and then they get themselves either one of these 2, and they'll take this one. And then here they take this, which resets them back. But I get a gold. Okay, and we do have more scrolls here, just in case. So they've rested. They've gotten their thing. Oh, they've got to get this character. Okay, and then we're going to play one more round, and that's the game. So we've got one more turn left to do something. So I'll get to take another rest action. So the question is, what's the best move I can make for that? So I think the best move for me to do this is going to be I need to be able to tuck 2 more cards here. So I have to retire this guy somehow, and then I have to get one of those. There's 2 ways I can do that. I can use my black dice to go up in this track, place a gold here, tuck them here, and we're good to go. There's nothing for me to translate unless I can go something through Syriac to Arabic. So is there Sanskrit to Syriac? Sanskrit to Hebrew, because I only have 2 gold. Persian to Arabic. So there's no Chinese out here at all. And there looks like there's no Sanskrit. So I think I'm going to end up taking a white die, but I'll get a gold for it, so that's okay. But we are going to place this out here. Oh, I placed this here, which was kind of dumb. I shouldn't have placed that there. I'm going to place that there instead. It doesn't really matter where I placed it, but because it's the same action. I'm going to place this here. And we're going to either take a black die or a worker. We'll take the worker just in case I need to use it for something. Don't think I will. Yeah, I don't think I'll need it for anything. We'll just take the black die just because it's new. And we can spend a money for a gold, which we're going to do because that just helps us yield more points. And we are going to go up on the black track by spending... Oh, wait a minute. These 2 as a 6. We're going to place gold on this guy to get an experience and then to buy a book. And we're going to buy... Oh. No, we're not going to get the black die. I just thought of something else. Hold on. No, that's fine. It's okay. That's okay. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to take this and tuck it under here. So at the end of the game, we'll get to do something. And then our round ends. Oh, we go up on this track, by the way. Oh, we just went up on the track. We didn't do this action. So I have to do this here. That's my bad. So I don't... Okay, I messed that up. So we don't get the black die. I messed up. We don't get the black die. And we don't pay this for the gold. Or we don't pay the money for the gold. But I do set that there because I'm doing this. I'm doing this action instead. So if we didn't translate this, I could spend somebody to do my income. No. To go up on the track. We're going to go up on the track, which gets us a black die and removes a white die. Okay, my bad. By spending a worker, which we did. Okay, we did all that. That got us a thing. Then the thing ends. This gets removed and gets tucked under here. Now that gets tucked under there. This flips over, and we can either upgrade a card or take or put down gold. We're going to upgrade a card, and we're going to upgrade this card into this one, getting us those 2. Flip that over. This gets removed. This gets removed. This is mine. I get 2 experience, and there's that. Okay, we're done. And I covered up that, which was fine, so that works out. Okay. So they're going to take their final turn of the game. They're going to move 2. There's not enough to translate, so they're going to deliver. They're going to deliver a Syriac scroll. So I'm going to go all the way around to this one. I'm going to let them pay me to deliver that scroll. And they get 2 influence, which I don't know if it's a limited resource for them. 1. Which I guess it is, but they technically have the majority, so I'll give it to them that way. I don't know if it's a limited resource or not, but that is the go. So, before we do scoring, we need to activate all our gold stuff, and I think it can be activated in any order. Right? Let me just double check. So, it says, whenever resolve the effects of the endgame cards in any order they choose. Okay, so we're going to rest first. So, our rest action is going to let us get a coin. Take our income here, which could get us another card. Which, is that worth the 1 point? This is going to yield us 1 point effectively for turning it into this. Actually, I'm going to spend this one for this. This gets tucked under here. We're going to get a worker. And then we'll draw our dice up. We draw 2 dice plus another dice. Okay, so that one's activated. We're going to turn our gold or our experience into gold. We have 1 experience. And then finally we can dismiss somebody. And we're going to dismiss... So I dismiss him, get a coin, put that up there, and that's a 3-point swing. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to dismiss him. We get this up here, which we take that majority from him, and we get a money. Okay, so that's it. We're done. All right, let's count up victory points. I feel like I played like a monster that game. Like, truly played incredible. We're going to see if it turns out that way. Where is the calculator? Okay. No, that's inventors, sorry. Scholars. Okay, so dice sum. Their dice sum is 4. Our dice sum is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Because it'd be 17 minus 1. So we won the dice sum. So we get 2 points. They get 0. Retired translators. That's going to score us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Tucked pages, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus row tiles is 6. Guild and Caliph cards. So the guilds, they beat me there, so I get 3 points for that guild. And then I get 9, 10 points total because 7 for the cards, 3 for the 3s, the 1, and then this guild here because they, eked it out there. Research tracks, I get 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 13, or 15. And then scrolls. Okay, here we go. We're about to get some big money here. 1, 6, 7, 8, because there's a second Chinese. 12, 13, 14. Oh, I was shy one of those. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, because of those. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 28, 32 for having 4, 32, 35, 35, 36, 37, and 38. Big money. It's 93 points. Okay. All right. We're going to see how well this came out. All right. So 96 points, or 93 points there. Okay. The dice sum is 0 for them. They're retired translators. I think they got a gang of stuff here. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 21, 22, 24, 27, 28. Tucked pages, which they're not tucked, but tucked pages, 2, 4, 7, 10, 12. Guild and Caliphs, so they get 3 points for that. They get, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. So their Chinese scrolls, they got none. Sanskrit, they got none. Greek, they got 2. So they get 1 point for every... Wait, what is it again? Is it every scroll they got? So they get 2 points for every scroll, and they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scrolls. So they get 2 points for that because they've got 2 Greeks, so that's 14. Hebrew, they got 2 of them, so they get 1 point for each of these, so that's 10. 2 points for each of them. I'm sorry, 2 points for each of these, and that's 10, there's 5 of those, 10. Persian, they get 3 points for each of their remaining translators out, which there's a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 3 is 18. And then Syriac, they get 0. 91. Okay. Whew. Assuming I didn't make any rules mistakes, we managed to beat them by 2 points. So, man, this game is so good. So a little bit ago, I don't know when it's going to be when I post this, but when I was first playing this expansion after my very first playthrough, I said that this is my favorite game of all time. This is my number one game of all time. This is still that same day. This is like my fourth or third time playing this expansion. So I played it earlier today and I made that post. I don't know when you're going to see this, but you'll know. And after 3 plays, I still think that that might be the case. It's going to take some more to make sure. And there's some other strategies I want to try to employ. But the addition of these cards, like the tucking, the translating, like that was the hardest part of the regular game, was the translating and getting that stuff going. And this is my first game winning against the AI, and I've only played the AI on the second difficulty. I think whatever gets added in here does make it harder. It makes the AI much more competent on the middle difficulty. So this is a win for me, on the first win I've had against the AI with this expansion. But I do think that like the fact that you're able to make this is like adding in Wayfarers into this game effectively, where Wayfarers is like you have complete control and sandbox of like anything you want to do with your actions. This is what this does. This makes this game like elevates it, and it was already one of my favorite games of all time. This is why I think it makes it my favorite game, because I already love the tracks, the translating, the tactical of like, okay, I've got these scrolls, how do I make this work kind of thing. Very easy to run AI, and then this lets you just do whatever. And the other cool thing is, and this didn't come up, but I tucked this under here, which I should have tucked it there to begin with, because it creates this as an opportunity for this action. So if I wanted to take the graph action, the going up the tracks action, here I could do it because I have this instead. But any of these cards that will only go under that will now go under here and will activate when you do that. I don't know if it always activates, but it can be tucked under here now because of this. So now I can take this action and get this bonus because this is here. I think it works that way. It specifically says like retired translator effects like this allow players to tuck pages under different action slots than those printed on their boards. Yeah, for example, if this effect was under recruit, a player may tuck pages that must go underneath translate. And then I think you get that effect. So if I do this, but I happen to have, or maybe this means I have to do it, maybe I have to, that has to be the actual track I'm on, so maybe it won't work. But I can activate it there instead of having to do it here. So if I'm using this, there's a way for me to basically do it twice. Yeah, gain 1 gold. No, gain 1 gold per research track. That's at 7. So I could take this action. If I had this at 7, when I traveled, I could take this action and get a gold for traveling because this is tucked under here. I mean, that kind of stuff is incredible, and you can create these crazy combos. I mean, truly, like this game. Again, first day hot take, my third play. This game is perfect. 10 out of 10, completely perfect. I don't know what else I don't know what else I need from this game. This game is perfect. And the Wayfarers expansion cranked it up for me too. I haven't, as of right now, I've not played Inventors with the expansion yet. But I honestly, if Inventors, and I know it's really just adding asymmetric powers, but I already felt really good about this whole trilogy. I think this entire trilogy could be in my top 10. So, but I think right now I do think this is my favorite game of all time. And then let's just talk about really briefly these promo tiles that come with Moon Saga. These are awesome because this completely makes you want to, because it adds in some different things or it places things in different spots. It really makes you, like if this and this, I guess these are here together, so that's a bad example. But you could just set this up to be like, well, I'm going to get a bunch of money coming around, or I'm going to like, you know, like, I don't know. It just sets up a lot of cool stuff. And you can just change these every time. You can even just take the 6 original ones and mix them up. But even if you didn't have the expansion, you just had these, you could omit these 3 and use these ones. So you could dispatch a translator. You could go up on a primary track and you can get in gold and silver. And you can mix those in. You don't need the expansion for that stuff. So It's great. This game, perfect. Perfect 10 out of 10. I'm blown away by this expansion. What I'm not blown away by is this damn insert, because I had to remove it, and it was a little upsetting, but that's I'll have to figure something else out for that. I don't have a 3D printer, so I need to figure out that situation. But that is the playthrough. Assuming I made no mistakes, we won by 2 points. Which means some of these choices I made to like squeak out a point here and there really made the difference. So anyway, that's going to be it. I'm done rambling about the game. Let me know if you guys played this expansion, what you think of it. But yeah, this is a perfect game. So that's going to be it. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.